Yo, what's going on, everybody? It's a brand new day, a brand new horrible day for work. So, it's currently 10:02 a.m. I have to leave for work at 2:30, either 2:30 or 2 o'clock. And I don't start till work. It's a 3 p.m. to 10 p.m. shift, and I absolutely hate it. But we're not here to talk about that. Okay. Still a little bit sick. It's this winter weather, man, just making me feel sick all the time. But we're here to watch the new Death Battle video that came out a couple days ago. It is Ghost Rider versus Spawn. And now I know a bit of Ghost Rider, Johnny Blaze, motorcycle stuntman made a deal with the devil, and usually when evil's around, the Ghost Rider comes out. And then there's Spawn. Don't know. I forgot a lot about it. All I know is that he got burned, went to hell. I think he made a deal, went up, and then defied. And I don't know. It's been a while since I've watched anything Spawn related. And yeah, I got my Death Battle shirt here. Still fits, even though it's like 3 sizes smaller. Okay, so yeah, we're gonna be watching the video. And let's see. It's got. Oh wait, no. Was it a day? It came out March 2nd. Oh yeah, it was. It was yesterday. Okay. Dang, this video got age restricted. Jesus. I guess it was too violent. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and switch it up to video recording so you guys can hear it and see it, so I don't accidentally get rid of the video and you just watch my reaction. Because I know I'm going to be pausing a couple times in this video. So yeah. The video is 24 minutes long. And without further ado, I'll decide I think I will decide who I think is going to win. Or I'm just going to watch the video. It's up to me by the end before the battle starts. So let's go ahead and put on the video. Oh, coming up right there. Hell yeah!
Rider versus Spawn,
The Spirit of Vengeance versus the Dark Angel of Armageddon.
he's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle. It's been a while since I've said that.
Johnny Blaze has always been a man possessed, chasing the thrill of certain doom by performing death-defying stunts. Following
Show
the
Nick
example of his
Cage.
adoptive
Show
father,
Nick
Crash
Cage.
Simpson.
Until the day
There we
Chris
go.
lived up to his name and
No way.
got cancer, heartbroken, and without
Yeah,
enough
that was
proof
bad.
to save him, Johnny turned to the only thing that could: chemotherapy.
devil.
Oh,
To cure Crash's cancer, Johnny sold his soul to Mephisto, king of the 8th layer of hell.
only for Crash to actually live up to his name right after.
But instead of scooping up Johnny's soul, Mephisto had something else in mind. He bound Johnny to an instrument of divine wrath, Zarathos, the spirit of vengeance.
So Johnny Blaze lived up
Yeah,
to
that
his
was a-
name and burst into hellfire. An undead
Yeah, that
skeleton
in transformation
biker with a
scene was
sick-ass
scary as
hug.
hell, but it was
The
awesome.
scariest Nick Cage performance. A stuntman from hell. He called himself Daredevil.
Sorry, Johnny,
No.
that name's taken.
Okay, then how about the Ghost Rider?
Sure, we definitely didn't forget that we named the character the same thing only 5 years earlier. All you.
The Ghost Rider was
Wait, what?
bad news for Earth sinners and scumbags. He's strong enough to pull down skyscrapers, blow up mountains, and cause earthquakes that can be felt across whole countries.
Don't even think about fighting back. He can remake his whole body from the hellfire that engulfs him, making him immune to all physical damage.
Oh,
Only
okay.
holy weapons that target his soul can harm him.
It's not just his body, his whole arsenal.
I
is
forgot there was a
hellfire.
Ghost Rider
Ghost
game.
can create anything he can
Yeah,
think of, from an
there is.
infinite stream of chains, a shotgun packed with fiery rounds, or a flaming missile barked right out of his mouth.
He could do that?
Life goals.
And he can imbue other objects with
Yeah,
hellfire,
that- I
such
gotta
as
admit.
his hell cycle.
The second movie, it was but the way that he transformed the vehicles in there, the motorcycle, the freaking big old construction thing, and then the truck was pretty cool. The big old construction earth digger thingy was pretty cool. it was pretty awesome, and the music like went with it.
Oh, this badass bike can outpace Thor's hammer Mjolnir, which can cross the universe in
I had
seconds.
no idea you could go that
Hellfire is a
fast.
weapon in and of itself, whether shot out of his hands, raining down from the sky, or released from his...
Oh, for fuck's sakes.
His boner, Wiz. Get it?
God damn it.
And it doesn't
Oh,
just
shut up.
scorch flesh. Hellfire is so deadly, it can burn away your very soul.
This technique would be mastered by Johnny's successor, his own brother, Danny Ketch.
Oh yeah.
Danny
Johnny's
Ketch was
not
his
the
brother?
only Ghost Rider, and Danny was the first to master their most famous move. You know, the one that burns your soul to
penance
smithereens
stare.
with just a look. The penance stare.
The penance stare inflicts upon its
He used
victims
that on
every
Galactus
ounce of
on the
pain
cartoon
they
one
ever
time, I
wreaked
think.
upon others. Every cruelty, no matter how small or righteous, is reflected back. A biblical
So that
punishment.
they feel the pain of what their
Obliterating your
crimes.
soul. And even works on other Ghost Riders, like when Johnny and Danny got into a staring contest and Danny actually depowered Johnny.
Eyes
Whoa.
are windows to the soul, so the Ghost Rider must be able to match his victim's gaze for the penance stare to work. Some people have survived
Gotta
it,
work.
like the Punisher supposedly because he didn't regret his actions, but it did work on him on other occasions.
Well, Johnny can adjust how deadly it is, and it doesn't necessarily have to kill you. He can use the stare to
It did-
read minds, force you to confess info, or just show you the error of your ways.
Remember, the Ghost Rider
Biddy
is
for
two souls in
Deadpool.
one body, with the
No.
kinder Johnny battling the demon Zarathos in a war of control.
I don't think he
A
did.
Classic Faustian bargain. All the power in the world, but if you want it, it uses you.
I do like the
because
effects
if Johnny
that
gives
they did
in,
for the movie.
demon's full might will take over, and then everything is screwed.
Zarathos' strength is boundless. He can open up portals between dimensions, control the elements, penance stare an entire city, and fly all the way to Asgard, which is a literal
Asgard?
infinite distance
He
away.
can go all the way to
He's
Asgard?
manhandled some of Marvel's heaviest hitters, like Thor, World War Hulk, and Doctor Strange. Hell, Strange said Zarathos is a threat to all realms, mortal and immortal.
Hyperbole? Think again. The Archangel Zadkiel said that the power of the Ghost Rider could threaten all of existence. and
Really?
even bring down heaven itself.
Right before an army of Ghost
I had
Riders
no
did
idea
just
he has that
Yeah,
powerful.
An army. The spirits of vengeance are legion.
As far back as the Great
They really toned down how powerful Ghost Rider is in the movie. But they probably just wanted to show us like the beginnings of the powers, you know, get us used to it. And then if the sequel had been better and had a different story and a different outcome, it probably would have shown how powerful he really was. But it didn't happen. Well, I'm gonna pause my TV. I'm installing a game, so I don't want to hear that boop.
Flood, humans have been bonded to the vestiges of God's power to act as his divine wrath on Earth. A sort of heavenly black
So
ops.
there's since
Okay,
biblical
does
times.
that make Zarathos an angel now, or is he still a demon?
Both? Neither? Despite being one of the greatest
An
entities
archangel
in
of
existence,
vengeance?
it's unclear. What we do know is that ages ago, Zarathos feasted on souls and battled Mephisto for rulership of his realm. Mephisto, ever the trickster, claimed victory and gained control of Zarathos forevermore. Hence how he could bond him to Johnny.
But Zarathos got his revenge against that big red bitch with another Ghost Rider, Alejandra Jones.
Alejandra?
Bet you wish you had one more day to fix that hole in your chest, huh?
Comic book
There was
fan
a female
punching
Ghost
bag though he
Rider?
may be,
Man, no
Mephisto
idea.
is unbelievably powerful. A battle with him could cause omniversal Armageddon, fitting as his fight with Galactus rent the cosmos asunder.
And Galactus'
Oh, they're
fights
talking-
can
they're talking
destroy
about,
all of Marvel's
Mephisto.
infinite multiverse. That's the kind of awesome power at Zarathos' disposal. Total cosmic.
I'm just
So
off
it was
guard.
no
I don't know
surprise when
what's
Johnny
going on
went
here.
down to the underworld and took Hell's throne for himself,
He did?
usurping the devil that ruined his life and finally grabbing destiny by the handlebars.
Scoring the total power of hell itself, plus a sick-ass upgrade, the Damnation Stare, which skips the whole every pain you've ever inflicted thing and just sends you straight to hell.
Damn.
No shot.
As they say, though, uneasy lies the head that wears the crown. Johnny began an obsessive crusade to capture all of Hell's escaped demons. But by using his new power to damn them to hell, he began absorbing their evil, feeding off of it, and it corrupted him.
Damn.
Once again, Johnny Blaze was a man possessed.
In truth, Johnny was just as trapped by hell's power as he'd always been, and he needed Danny's help to pull him out of the darkness.
Though he gave up Hell's throne, the Ghost Rider continues his war against demons without and within, mentoring his fellow Ghost Riders in the ways of vengeance, always prowling the highways for the evil and the profane.
An unstoppable engine of judgment.
That's the
with
first time
just
I've
a
seen him in
glance
cartoon.
could
Yep,
make
did it 'cause
Galactus himself
Yeah.
in his pants.
Maybe one day he'll find salvation in the eyes of one of his victims.
'Cause they sure as hell won't find any in his.
I just noticed that the jacket was boiling.
This
That was
battle is
weird.
sponsored by Robin Hood Gold.
With Robinhood Gold, you can now enjoy the VIP treatment, receiving a 3% IRA match on retirement contribution.
He was a killer. If Al Simmons was one thing, he was a killer.
A lieutenant colonel in the U.S. Army and the CIA's most decorated assassin, Simmons upheld democracy.
Here's me
around
regaining the
globe
knowledge of
at
Spawn.
The barrel of a gun, painting the third world in red, white, and blue, but mostly red.
Until his final fateful mission when, per his boss's orders, Al was fired.
The burning was
Really?
only
You
getting
gotta
started
do-
because
how about
Al's
the-
immortal soul
one
was
thing?
on a one-way trip to hell.
Where he cut a deal with Malvosia, the big, naked lord of the 8th Circle of Hell.
By their pact, Simmons would be reborn a Hellspawn, a superpowered commander of Hell's armies, in exchange for seeing his wife one more time.
Oh, buddy, you're just asking to get monkey's bud.
Al Simmons returned from the dead as a decaying zombie 5 years later.
Ugh.
His wife had already remarried and had a daughter.
There, you saw her. Now get back to work, bitch.
Thus was born the undead warrior from hell itself, Spawn.
Spawn.
He's so 90s.
The
that he
movie
comes
wasn't
all
bad,
the
by the way.
back
I
around
liked
to
it.
being the coolest thing ever. Look upon his edge wizard and despair.
Spawn would violently defend New York's downtrodden, while slowly uncovering the full breadth of his demonic powers.
And he's like,
He's like
damn.
a walking superpower
I like that
encyclopedia.
line.
He can fly, teleport, turn invisible and intangible, move things with his mind, make force fields, control the elements and the weather.
What?
Stop time.
He can do all
Speaking
that?
of time, he can fly so
my
fast.
goodness.
He literally breaks into other dimensions and smashes time as a concept.
He can manipulate matter, shape-shifting his own body or transmuting other objects and people. He can even control and absorb your soul.
Wait, Wiz, if he can rearrange molecules and crap, why doesn't he just fix his uggo face?
Well, he tried to do that, but Malvosia cursed him so that he could only make himself,
Oh!
yeah,
It's petty
What?
make himself.
What? He turned him white. Not this again. This can't be. Yeah, he's. What the fuck? If he tried to fix his face, he turns white? What the hell, man?
Yeah.
It's petty trolling like that gets you a throne in hell.
To be
Get
fair,
wrecked,
Spawn
nerd.
can achieve a similar result with illusions and mental manipulation. He can read and control minds, implant and replace memories, or simply drive you mad.
Spawn can do all of
Jesus.
this crazy shit because he runs on necroplasm. Basically, hell juice.
You're not wrong. Necroplasm is the energy
Check
that makes
something
up
real quick.
hell itself. Al's undead body is composed of 400
Sorry,
pounds of
I was absolutely
He can
making
wield
sure
it
that
like
I
an
have
energy blaster
the audio
empowered
from
by
the
the
video.
sins of others. Spawn can absorb your evil and feed off of it. By simply walking on Earth, Spawn feels all of humanity's pain
Doesn't he
all
wrap
at
his
once.
wrap
He's
that
even absorbed
huge
the sins of
cape?
8 million New Yorkers instantly,
What?
cleansing them of their evil.
Like Jesus.
Wow.
Or he can do the reverse and make you experience the full weight of your own sins, feeling every bit of pain you've ever inflicted on
Jeez,
others
what's
over
with the
your
eyeballs?
life.
Like some sort of penance.
Though Spawn's necroplasm comes with a catch.
Yeah, he's got a limited amount of the stuff, and it drains every time he uses his powers. If he runs out, he's dragged back to hell.
Even depowered, Spawn can rely on his elite military training in hand-to-hand combat. He's even fought Batman to a standstill.
He fought
And
Batman?
as befits his past profession, he loves his big-ass 90s guns.
Though his greatest weapon is the sentient being he's genetically and spiritually bonded to, his cloak. Letha of the 7th House of K.
You ever wonder why his cape's red? Nope, well, now you are, and it's red because it's made from the apple Eve ate in the Garden of Eden.
What?
It's literally made of original sin. Oh, and also the souls of a million sinners.
Yep,
including
there we
every one
go.
of Hell's
There we
victims,
go. I was
also
like
a touch
confused.
of vampire for good measure.
K7 Letha is constantly evolving. It can act independently to defend Spawn with an infinite stream of chains, transform into weapons, or drain people of their power.
Jesus, this
It
guy
is the
can do
most
almost
potent
anything.
weapon Hell has ever created.
It even helped Spawn beat the primordial dark god Urizen, who can destroy and eat your soul with just a glare.
Except the souls bonded to Spawn acted as a buffer, allowing him to survive.
You'd think with an arsenal like that, he'd be unstoppable. But Hellspawns have a weakness to holy weapons and can be killed permanently if decapitated by one.
Though Spawn
Damn.
has managed to survive this in the past.
Yeah.
No, Spawn's greatest weakness is his own. How do I put this? Stupidity.
So Spawn fought this angel lady, Angela. Great name for an angel. She had this dimensional lance that could wipe Hellspawn out of existence, and Spawn got it. But instead of, being cautious around a mysterious angel weapon that hurts him, he just had to push the big shiny
What?
button and activate it on himself.
And so
Ooh, what
Spawn
the
was
fuck?
forever destroyed until he reconfigured reality to undo his own inexistence.
There
Huh?
we are, good as
What
new.
the-
That has to be the first time we've seen someone accidentally kill themselves and survive.
On his quest as Hell's
What?
greatest warrior,
That was kinda
Spawn has
stupid,
defeated
Spawn.
a serial killer ice cream man, a demonic clown, and even his old boss remade by Heaven into an anti-Spawn. He's even encountered other Hellspawn.
Killing bad guys might
Ooh,
seem counterintuitive
God.
if you work for a Hell Lord, but it actually just adds more souls to Malvosia's army. An army Spawn would have to lead in a war with Heaven that'd kill all of humanity.
Because the reason Malvolgia chose Al to be his commander wasn't that he was some great warrior. It was because Al had proven that he was the best at taking orders.
All his life and all his death, Al was nothing more than a hired gun.
But he knew it, and he would do so no more.
So Spawn marched down to Hell and ripped Malvosia's head off with a scream
Damn.
so loud it echoed through all of reality.
Whoa,
Spawn
what the-
became the king of the 8th circle of Hell.
As king,
I'm
Spawn is
flabbergasted
literally a part of
by what
Hell
I'm seeing
itself,
here, man.
gaining access to an unlimited pool of energy that increases
Hell
100-fold
King Spawn
with
and
every
Divine
heartbeat.
Spawn.
He's effectively omnipotent in there, and strong enough to challenge other Hell Lords like Mammon and Satan.
He got so strong, the only thing left was to finally resolve the war between Heaven and Hell.
But Spawn needed help from the being who created this God and Satan to begin with, the mother of existence, Gaia.
She
Gaia?
wasn't cool with her kids being total assholes, so she appointed Spawn
The
to be
Mother
the
Earth
universe's
Gaia?
savior.
By eating the fruit from the tree of life, Spawn became truly divine, capable of battling God and Satan in a stalemate for eternity that extinguished all life on Earth.
And
Whoa.
each of them are powerful enough to create and control infinitely sized universes.
Spawn broke the stalemate by letting God and Satan destroy him, only for Gaia to separate the two from the reality they threatened.
Then, just like that time with the Lance, Spawn respawned and recreated the Earth. Poof, good as new.
Finally freed of the weight of
I
heaven
had
and
no
hell,
idea he
Al
did
asked
all
to
of
be
this,
reborn
man.
as a human. But he knew in his heart he deserved to carry on his undead penance in perpetuity.
He's a creature of the 90s, Wiz. He won't be happy unless he can instantly brood over the injustice of his own existence.
Though if you threaten the alley he calls home,
That is pretty
beware.
cool. I like that shot.
Spawn will turn whatever's left of your life into a living hell.
He can do that.
This battle is sponsored by DraftKings Casino.
Now, I'm gonna be completely honest here. Based on what I've seen, it looks like a stalemate between both of them. I'm not gonna choose who I think is gonna win. I'm just gonna watch the video. That both of them seem equal, but it kind of looks like for Spawn he can respawn. Yeah, but I'm just gonna watch the video and see what happens. So let's just go ahead and put on the video. Yeah. And don't go to DraftKings. It's a gambling problem.
59 p.m. Eastern Time. All right, the combatants are set.
Oh,
We've
don't
run the data-
don't do the Ghost Rider Fortnite emote, please. Don't do that, man. Come on, I gotta watch it again to go back. Don't look at it.
All right, the combatants are set, and we've run the
Thank
data
you.
through all possibilities.
It's time for one hell of a death battle!
What are those little itty bitty ones right there? All right, let's go on with the video.
My Nights like these drive men insane. Brimstone in the air. Something's coming. If it wants a piece of me, there'll be hell to pay.
I like the voice for Spawn. Ooh,
Go back to the pit you squirmed from, Hellspawn.
Make me.
oh yeah, bring it on. And the music's good too already. Might have to lower it down a little bit.
If you care, it's nothing personal. Vengeance calls.
What's with the countdown?
Sloppy, you fight like a bum.
This music is going, man.
Your damnation.
Oh, he used all his green energy. He's back in hell. And he's a giant.
Welcome to hell.
Oh, he brought him back. Okay. Oh, this is pretty. Did he just freeze? Did he just momentarily freeze time? Did I miss something here?
Be damned. Yes, you will.
Zarathos has taken over. Did you just do a Scorpion reference? Get over here! Why did they sound like the COD zombies who get screamed? Did he just go into Divine Spawn? Yeah, he did.
The vestments of the holy cannot disguise your wickedness. God forbid.
Are they gonna break reality? That's what I want to know. They both have the ability to do that. This is good. Oh Lord. Uh-oh. Oh, he just tore out it. Oh, you.
Oh, Simmons, your sins are innumerable. I am here to wreak vengeance upon your soul.
Oh, this is getting. Oh, Jesus!
Sin for breakfast. Have a taste of your own goddamn medicine.
Oh.
He lied. He is the Prince of Lies. Wait, I'm an innocent.
Oh, Jesus. Whoa. This is getting. Oh!
It's like you said, nothing personal, asshole.
Oh, he won! Spawn won!
God damn!
Literally. This was a nail-biter of a battle that pitted Ghost Rider's immeasurable power against Spawn's skill and versatility. Let's break this down into 4 categories.
First up, power.
Power.
Spawn could match God and Satan, who could create universes. Similar in scale to Ghost Rider's bouts with a lot of the powerhouses in Marvel.
But Zarathos was different. Remember, his power can match that of Mephisto and Galactus, who can threaten all of Marvel's infinite cosmic reality, far greater than any cosmos Spawn has ever affected. Even though Spawn's battled and defeated Satan in more recent comics, implying he's retained a level of power similar to his divine form, he couldn't match Zarathos in power alone.
Ghost Rider may take power,
That's true.
but remember, Johnny actively resists Zarathos' influence, so Spawn may have had time in the fight to learn and adapt to Ghost Rider before he went full Blue Fury.
And Spawn
That's
definitely had the edge in skill. He spent decades in military combat and is a master martial artist.
He is,
whereas
yeah.
Johnny more so relies on his invincibility.
The ultimate dream power for a stuntman. Even with his crazy powers, Ghost Rider was a lot more direct than Spawn, pretty much entirely focused on attacking the soul.
Which doesn't bode well for his versatility. Spawn can stop time, manipulate matter, turn intangible, control minds, warp reality. The Ghost Rider had a much more limited arsenal by comparison. Spawn had a huge advantage in this category.
I think Spawn has the
With his
resistance.
invincibility, way greater power, and the ability to scorch your soul to nothing, Ghost Rider could score the win through brute force, right?
Not exactly. The last piece of the
Spawn
puzzle
has
is
the
their
resistance.
resistances. Basically,
Yeah.
who was harder to kill. Spawn's constant mainlining of humanity's collective sin and pain meant he could survive attacks on his soul, including the penance stare. Just like he resisted a very similar attack.
I should have
from
voted for. I should have
Best
said
of all,
Spawn
remember
will
the time
win.
he rewrote reality to undo his
Yeah,
own
he did do that.
existence?
There was nothing the Ghost Rider could do to overpower that. And that time with the lance wasn't planned, it was purely instinctual. He could replicate it any time he wanted, like in his fight with God and Satan.
So how do you put Spawn down
Was
for
that-
good? Well, you can't. At least
What was
Johnny and
that?
Zarathos could.
Unlike how Ghost Rider's soul has been vulnerable to attack before, like when Danny used the penance stare to depower
Oh
Johnny.
yeah, he
This
did
sort
do
of thing
that. I
actually
forgot about
happens a
that.
lot, even in recent comics. The whole reason Johnny and Zarathos are bonded in the first place is because Zarathos' soul was manipulated by Mephisto.
And not only does Spawn have plenty of experience manipulating souls, he can replicate the effect of the penance stare itself.
And just think about that. A penance stare.
I can
on
see why this
Zarathos
video was
would
age
mean He's
restricted.
feeling the pain from every
So much
penance stare
violent
that
stuff
he's
here.
ever done. A penance squared.
The damnation stare, on the other hand, actively helped Spawn, sending him to hell where he gets a literal
Was
infinite
that
power
Keith
boost.
David? That was
And it
Keith
wasn't
David.
just Spawn's
Keith
soul
David is
powers
the
that
voice of
spelled
Spawn
trouble.
in the
He
cartoon
had
and
other
Mortal
ways to
Kombat.
bypass Ghost Rider's immortality too, like transmutation, rewriting reality, or just straight up stealing his powers, which has worked on multiple Ghost Riders in the past.
Giving Spawn the final
Yep.
edge. Zarathos was almost unbeatable, a massive power advantage, soul destruction, immortality, but Spawn could counter
Ghost Rider is
everything
stronger,
thrown at him,
yeah,
and
but
was too unkillable for
Spawn's
Zarathos'
better.
strength advantage to matter in the long run against his crazier abilities.
That was one hell of a fight, and at least Johnny went out in a blaze of glory.
The winner is Spawn.
Hell
Next
yeah.
time on Death
Oh,
Battle.
okay. So it. Yeah, this is probably definitely something I'm not gonna watch. I'm not in like I am.
Subscribe and join as a member to see more Death Battle. Thanks for
Yeah,
watching.
that next battle, I'm probably just gonna watch that offline because I don't want to just look at that death battle and be like, oh, interesting. Oh, okay. Oh, but because I'm not a big anime fan, and so yeah, I'm going to watch that in a separately.
I'm in danger!